It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Browns, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here as it will be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and off we go from Cleveland. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, Richardson. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all...
Touchdown, Colts! Josh Downs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's going to use his legs here.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Taken in at the 22. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And it's a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Touchdown, Browns! 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing the ball.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The Browns set to take over.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Richardson. That complete to Downs.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And Woods has it complete. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
It's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh my goodness, three or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You look at this Colt defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he's going to have the Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Browns at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to Mike.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Willis on the option to the right. A pitch back.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 40 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Taylor. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That is incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Now it's Richardson.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
38 yards rushing for him now to this point. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz. And he guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson
From 3 yards out.
and the Colts are able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
The For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Richardson to the air on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Richardson. He's got this complete to Robinson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cardinals looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far,
Not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the... And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes he's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down near the 20 of the 21.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And while all of that was going on, we had an injured player out there in need of some attention. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Richardson looking to throw.
Wide open receiver, complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 65 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after here coming up. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care, under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
This taken in by Downs.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and it's a really good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now Willis to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games.
And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit. Yeah,
they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now an option play on second down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Here's Willis.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that. Back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had upper man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Those things.
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
They found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
This is fielded at the 27. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll roll it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Here's a give up the middle. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who's shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a minute.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
Now they got to find a way to create a turnover and take away. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them. We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
As this complete to Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from? And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Willis on the bootleg.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Willis looks to pass it here.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Willis.
His throw incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Willis to throw once more. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Willis, got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And a short gain here down to the 22. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Play action. Willis.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 3rd and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So we've seen this before. He's made 6 already, and now he'll try to become just one of a handful of men to make 7 in a game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So that gets him a little closer, but clearly field goals are not going to be enough to win this game, at least not this deep into it.
Yeah, agreed if this were the second quarter. But since we're in the 4th, still 2 scores down, the question would be, did the field goal do much for you? But we have to admit, from the time we've been calling these games, how fast we've seen teams play, there's still a possibility, right?
Madden moves in a hurry.
Yes, it does.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run for the first with Taylor.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So now the Browns down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Willis.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Willis to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That is caught.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing, Willis.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Now Willis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force you.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, maybe 2. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Indianapolis,
they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.